Why some are born of favorable circumstances, while others are not born in favorable circumstances. Why some are born with much intelligence, while others are dull-witted. The Buddha answered his question, O young man, beings are owners of their deeds, beings are heirs of their deeds. Beings have deeds as their parents, their king, their refuge. Karma divides beings in lowliness and excellent. Buddha gave this very short answer, but Suba the lad did not understand. So Buddha elaborated upon the law of karma, killing and not killing, causing injury and not causing injury, angers and loving kindness, jealousy and not jealousy, giving and not giving, not generous. And then number 6 question, why some people are born into good circumstances and why others are born into unfortunate circumstances. So karmic cause of low birth or high birth. Failure to worship and pay reverence to those who are deserving by thinking highly of oneself or through self-conceit will probably cause one to go down to hell. Even in the event of his rebirth in human existence, he will be born into low-caste family. And Buddha explained, Nicca kulina samvitanika isa manawa patipada yadidan taddohoti adimani abhiwadita bana abhiwaditi, etc. Buddha said, O young man Suba, a certain person is stubborn and proud to the extent of becoming disrespectful and disobedient to others with his mana, with his conceit. He is glorious, he is conceited, and he looks down upon others. He looks down upon others. He failed to pay due homage and respect to a person deserving of worshipping or respect. His habit of stubbornness and obstinacy with self-pride or self-conceit is likely to cause to be reborn in a low-caste family. those people who are worthy of worshipping and respect are parents, elders, grandparents, and those who are accomplished with the attributes of sila, morality, and old age parents, grandparents are worthy of reverence. Even if no reverence is made, respect should at least be given. Monks who are endowed with morality deserve to be worshipped. Genuine holy Buddhas and genuine Sanghas with holiness are worthy of deep reverence. If no proper respect or homage is given to these noble persons by one who has self-conceit, mana, he or she is liable to go down to hell. If rebirth takes place as a human being, he or she will have a low caste family and will become ignoble. So you remember Mahasi Sayadaw motto, rudeness causes low birth. If reverence and respect is paid to those who are worthy of reverence and respect without self-conceit, you may reach the worlds of Sukati, Deva realms, celestial realms. If you are reborn as a human being, you will belong to a noble family. So this has been preached in a brief way. Ocha Kulina Samvitanika Esamanawa Badivada Yadida Atta Dohoti Anatimani Abhiwadedabam Abhiwadeti. Buddha said, Yan Mansuba, a certain person is gentle and not being stubborn with self-conceit, without thinking highly of himself. He pay homage or respect to one who is worthy of reverence. His good conduct or behavior of paying reverence without self-pride or ego is the cause of rebirth in a noble family. So Mahasi Sayadaw have this motto, rudeness causes low birth and respect bring high birth. So genuine Buddha, genuine Sangha are worthy of reverence. People pay respect to them. In this regard, there was a very good story regarding reverence and respect to the true Sangha and follow the meditation practice properly and attain enlightenment. Thiraputila story. During the time of the Buddha, there was a monk named Putila. Putila was very learned and he was the teacher of many students. He was Tipitikaddhara. He was not interested in the practice of meditation. So Putila did not practice meditation. Whenever Putila came into the presence of the Buddha, Buddha called him Tocha Putila. That means vain Putila or useless Putila. When Putila heard the Buddha call him vain or useless, he was shaken. So he took that hint and tried to practice meditation. Putila went to the place where 30 Arahants were living. He went to the most senior Arahant and requested him to teach him a subject of meditation. The Arahant thought that he might be too proud. So the senior Arahant did not give him instruction, but sent Putila to the monk next to him in seniority. Also, that monk did the same thing, sending him to the monk next to him in seniority. The same thing happened with each monk until he came to the last monk, who was only 7 years old. But he was also an Arahant. So Putila asked the 7 years old Arahant to give him a subject of meditation. The 7 years old Arahant said, Bande, I'm only 7 years old and I'm inexperienced. Actually, it is I who must learn from you and not you from me. 7 years old Arahant said to Putila, but Putila Thera insisted respectfully that the young Arahant gave him instruction for meditation. Now Putila sincerely respect and asks him for guidance of meditation. So the young novice Arahant asked Putila if he would do whatever he told him to do. Putila said yes. There was a pond near where the monk stayed. The novice said, Bande, go into that pond. The Samanera said, without asking any question, Putila just entered into the pond until the edge of the rope got wet. When the novice said, Bande, stop there, and Putila stopped. After that, the novice was satisfied that the monk Putila had no pride in him, and he would follow whatever instruction were given to him. So Samanera, the Arahant, gave the meditation guidance. One day, suppose there is a mount where an iguana or lizard lives. Suppose there are 6 holes in the mount. In order to catch that lizard, you have to close the 5 holes, and you have to sit at the 6th hole to catch it when it comes out. That is the instruction for meditation. That means you have to close the 5 senses, and you have to act at the mind door, manodvara, or you have to act with the mind. That much was sufficient for the monk Bodhila to understand. What the novice Arahant meant was not that you must close your eyes, you must close your ears in order to practice meditation. Even though it may be possible to close your eyes and ears, it is not possible to close your nose, it is not possible to close your tongue and body. What novice Arahant meant was that whenever some object is presented to these 5 senses, do not let there be the impulsion stages, Bhāvanā stages. Just stop at the decision stage and then go over to the mind door and practice Vipassana meditation, practice Vipassana Bhāvanā, Vipassana impulsion. Actually, he had to practice Vipassana meditation immediately without thinking. So whenever an object is presented to him, he must try to stop the process of thought at the moment of decision and not to let it go over to Bhāvanā stage, impulsion moments. Immediately observe the phenomena, capture the phenomena as they really are. So the monk Bodhila practiced according to this teaching. After some time, Buddha delivered the stanzas to Bodhila, and he became an Arahant. So it is possible to practice or to follow these instructions and to stop the flow of moments of consciousness from reaching to the impulsion stage, Bhāvanā stage. It is very difficult. It needs a lot of practice. It needs a lot of patience and perseverance. It is what the Buddha meant when he said, Dite dita matamboisati, there will be only the seen. With regard to seeing, with the others, we should understand similarly with regard to what is heard, there will be only the heard. You just capture seeing, seeing, hearing, hearing. Very clear instruction. So you hear something and stop just as hearing. Do not take it as beautiful, sweet voice, horrible sounds, the sounds of man or woman, or is permanent, it is pleasing or displeasing. Just stop at hearing. Capture the phenomena. Capture the phenomena, and you just capture the true phenomena of hearing, consciousness, or voice. So if you try to see, if you try to know the nature of phenomena as they really are, and you will understand the nature of phenomena. So in this story, Putila paid respect to the genuine Buddha, genuine Sangha, the 7 years old Samanera, and he practiced, he followed the instruction diligently. So he attained enlightenment. So this is regarding number 6 question of the Suva, and another question. The last answer out of the number 7 answer to the question raised by Suba the late. Karmic cause of lack of knowledge and karmic cause of higher intellectual power. And Buddha said, young man Suba, in this universe, some person, whether a female or male, make an approach, either a noble person, but does not know how to ask. He does not know how to put the question. How it should be asked. Bande, came kusalam, came akusalam. What is kusala? What is wholesome? What is akusala? What is unwholesome? What is faulty and what is not faulty? What is blameless? Came sawijam, came anawijam. Came sewidaban, came not sewidaban. Bande wishes to be dependent upon and which is not dependent upon. What is the things if done, we make one deprivation of wealth and causation of misery for a very long time. Apart from this, the question to put is, what shall be done to cause, to bring benefits, to gain prosperity and happiness for a very long time? So he do not know how to put question in that manner. And he remained without asking any question. Some people do not know how to approach a knowledgeable person of experience. And ask for information or advice in matter which they are unable to understand, of which they are ignorant. There was a saying, ask what is not known, cleanse what is dirty. So one should find out and ask what he does not know. However, some people are taking things easy and they do not try to inquire and make themselves understand and become knowledgeable. Failure to investigate what is not known is negligence. In matters relating to business affairs, one should inquire things which he does not know. If it needs practical training, he should undergo training and study things properly. Only then he can find success in his business career. Much in the same way relating to Dhamma affairs, one should ask and seek the knowledge which he is lacking. So it is essential for him to ask what is kusala, what is akusala, what is wholesome, what is unwholesome, and so on. But a person who is no interest in the pursuit of knowledge remain carefree. If he fails to seek knowledge and required information, he is not knowledgeable, and he is likely to do things which should not have been done. For having done wrong, such as uninformed person lacking in the practice of Dharma is likely to land in hell after his death. If his rebirths take place in the human worlds for having failed to equip himself with the required knowledge and practical experience in wholesome Dhamma, he is likely to become a person of immoral characters. This fact has also been preached briefly in this way. Dopinya samvitanika esa manawa padivida jadidam samanawa brahmanawa na paripochita. If what is not understood is investigated, if we study, if we observe, relevant knowledge will be acquired. When he is knowledgeable, what is not proper will not be done. As a well-informed person, he or she will perform things which are only proper and appropriate. For being endowed with the right knowledge which will cause him to avoid doing evil, he or she will be reborn in the abode of devas, sugatis. If he or she is reborn as a human through his practical training, he or she will be endowed with a great intelligence. So it has been preached in brief in this way. Mahapinya samvitanika isa manawa patipada yaditam samanawa brahmanawa upasinka metva paripochita hoti. So Buddha said, Yan Mansuba, a certain person, after approaching a noble person, is capable of making inquiry and putting question. This practice of investigating into things, making proper inquiry, will cause to bring about great wisdom and high intellect. So Master Sayadaw have this motto, investigation brings high intelligence, and this may be uttered by incorporating it with the previous motto. In this way, non-investigation causes blind ignorance. Investigation brings high intelligence. It means to say that if investigation or inquiry is made, you become highly intelligent and wise. The manner of making an inquiry is by way of asking what is kusala and what is akusala, what is wholesome and what is unwholesome, what is kusala. Kusala is a virtuous dharma. It is a faultless dharma, which may be regarded as anavijja. Without mistake. If it is deserving of reliance, it should be done. If such kusala dharma, wholesome dharma is performed, it would bring advantages and happiness both in the present existence and also throughout the future existence in the realms of samsara. And akusala, unwholesome or evil dharma. Akusala is immoral actions rooted in greed, anger, and delusion. Akusala will bring evil effect, and it is a dharma not worthy of reliance. If such immoral actions were performed, akusala dharma, unwholesome deeds, we have an effect of dragging him or her down to the four woeful states. Furthermore, akusala is a bad dharma which produces evil results, misery in the same lifetime, in the next life, and in successive births throughout samsara. So it becomes essential to know the distinguishing feature between kusala and akusala, wholesome and unwholesome. Those people listening to the Dhamma generally have a good knowledge of most of this Dhamma. However, the difference between kusala and akusala Dhamma we have to be explained, at least in a short form. Akusala, which is not deserving of reliance and which should be avoided, or the unreliable akusala, which should be avoided. So akusala in brief means 10 kinds of ducharita, kaya kamam, immoral physical actions, 3 physical. So Rudy, can you follow me? Panatipada, Adinadana, Kamesu Mechachara. Can you see 3 times? Panatipada, Adinadana, so these are 3 immoral physical actions or evil conduct. So there's kaya kama, panatipada, you know, taking the life of another beings. There is killing. Adinadana, taking the things or property which is not given by the owner. There is stealing or robbing. And kamesumechachara, sexual immorality, unlawful indulgence in sensual pleasures. So these are 3 immoral physical actions. A 4 vowel acts of misconduct, vajikaman, can you follow me? Musawada, pisuna wacha, prusa wacha, sampapalapa. Musawada, pisuna wacha, prusa wacha, sampapalapa. Musawada is daily lies or falsehood, the offense of lying. Prusa wacha, a backbiting or slanderous talk. And prusa wacha is using abusive language or harsh language or dirty language. And sampapalapa, frivolous talk, meaningless talk, and gossip. So these are 4 verbal acts of misconduct. It is called vajikama. And monogama is 3 caused by the mind. Monogama, can you follow me? Abhijja, Pyabada, Micca Ditti. Abhijja, Pyabada, Micca Ditti. So abhijja, covetousness, or to plan or to imagine wrongfully with avarice to get possession of others' property and wealth. Abhijja. Bhyabhara, the offense of evil, that is plotting others' death or destructing with an intention of doing harm, that is Bhyabhara. Micchaditi is the offense of evil, that is plotting others' death or destruction with the intention of doing harm. Majority, wrong view, or having a wrong conception of not believing that there is law of karma by which benefits will be accrued. So Upekkhā, Bhāvanā, and Majority. So there are 10 ducharitas, evil or sinful immoral acts, on which no reliance should be made. Moreover, these should also be avoided. And all actions relating to thoughts, words, and speech, and deeds physical which cause misery and suffering to others are akusala, unwholesome. That should be kept away as being unreliable. And then akusala, ikusala. Kusala wholesome should be relied upon and performed. Kusala, in short, constitute 10 sucharitas, right conduct. Avoidance of these, avoidance of 3 kaya docharita will cause to become 3 kaya sucharita. In the same manner, the avoidance or abstinence from the 4 vaji doccharitas and 3 mano doccharitas will be regarded as the 4 vaji sucharitas and 3 mano sucharita respectively. So you can study in the Sanlika Sutta Dhamma. So to put it in another way, kusala means and refers to dana, sila, bhavana, charity, morality, and meditation. The meaning of dana, charity, is generally known, so no explanation necessary. Sila is avoidance of immoral acts, including verbal and physical misconduct of behavior. In fact, it is to avoid committing the 3 kaya doccharitas and the 4 vaji doccharitas. Bhavana meditation is of 2 kinds and refers to the practice of samatha bhavana to make the mind tranquil, and vipassana bhavana for the true realization of the 4 noble truths. So 2 kinds of bhavana, samatha and vipassana. So explanation has been given in Visuddhimagga about samatha bhavana by distinguishing it into 40 different kinds of kammatthana. Among these 40, the 4 Brahmavihara are what? Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Upekkhā. Can you follow me? 4 Brahmavihara, Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Upekkhā. So loving kindness, compassion, appreciated joy, and equanimity. And then you have to go 10 kinds of kasina, 10 kasina. So 10 kasina, can you follow me? Earth kasina, water kasina, fire kasina, air kasina, blue kasina, yellow kasina, red kasina, white kasina, space kasina, light kasina. How many kasina? 10. Yeah. Kasina, 10, and kasina, and then 10 asuva. Asuva, foulness. Can you follow me? 10 asuva, 10 foulness. Bloated corpse, discolored corpse, festering corpse, festering corpse, festering corpse, dismembered corpse, eaten corpse, scattered corpse, mutilated corpse, bloody corpse, worm infested corpse, skeleton corpse. So 10 foul, 10 asuva. And then you go to 10 anosity. Anosity is recollection. Can you follow me? 10 recollection, Bodhanosati, Dhammanosati, Sanghanosati, and then Jaganosati, generosity, devas, peace, death, body, breathing. So generosity, Jaganosati, Devadanosati, and Upasamanosati, Marananosati, etc. Danosati. And then you go to for arupa, in material states, and Chatudariwa Vetana, 4 elements, and Ahari Parikulasanya, food as loathsomeness, loathsome. So 40 kinds of samatha meditation. 40 kinds, 40 modes of samatha meditation, samatha kammatthana, the exercise in the practice of meditation in order to make ourselves clearly understood. However, also by listening attentively to the Dhamma and being given, or by pursuing and reading the text of Dhamma with keen interest, it will serve the purpose. So this is a way to become wise and highly intelligent. And then Vipassana next week, we continue. So we have to practice Vipassana meditation for a few minutes.